For years, OLED TV have delivered the best image quality available with display technology that has remained largely unchanged. If you're looking to enhance your TV viewing experience with an OLED TV, we're here to help you pick the best TV for your needs. Here we have listed for you 8 best OLED TV that money can buy in 2021. So without any further ado, let's get started. Best overall OLED TV, LG C1. The LG C1 is the mid-range 4K OLED in LG 2021 lineup. It supports technologies from video card manufacturers like NVIDIA and AMD that keep a game's frame rates synced with the screen's refresh rate. The TV's 6 to 5-inch size, resolution, and perfect contrast really make it feel like you're playing the real sport like a pro. It has also got a pretty neat AI sound upscaling feature that transforms basic stereo audio tracks into virtual Dolby Atmos sound. It comes with the wonderful LG Magic remote that's Bluetooth enabled and has a built-in microphone for voice searches. One downside with OLED TV is screen burn-in, which is a mark left on the screen by static images. While it doesn't get very bright for HDR, its high contrast helps it deliver a satisfying HDR experience. While there are more expensive options out there with a higher peak brightness, the LG C1 is that perfect balance between price and performance. Best OLED TV for movies, Sony A8H. The Sony A8H is so far the most affordable OLED TV the Japanese can offer from its brand new 2021 range. This 4K OLED TV has HDR, a 120 maximum refresh rate, an ATS 3.0 tuner, and support for and connections with a wide range of other Google apps and services. The A80J's power input is located on the right side of the rear panel, and all the other ports are on the left. The A80J uses Sony's well-known acoustic surface audio technology, where the sound is sent straight out of the OLED panel using small actuators on the inside. A navigation bar at the top of the screen sports a search bar and provides quick links to 5 well-organized collections. The remote has 4 dedicated buttons for streaming services. Closing, what we can say is that the Sony A80J is a great TV whether you want to use it for movies or gaming. Best sounding OLED TV, LG G1. The LG G1 OLED is an amazing flagship 4K OLED TV. Its ultra-slim design is incredibly flat, with no awkward protruding sections to spoil the slender profile. It delivers stunning picture quality for darkroom viewing because of its near-infinite contrast ratio and perfect black uniformity. The G1 boasts 440 Gbps HDMI 2.1 sockets with support for eARC, 4K 120Hz, and auto low latency mode. LG has also improved the gaming experience for all of its 2021 OLED TV with a new game optimizer. Audio performance is clear and direct, despite being almost completely hidden in the chassis. Dolby Atmos mode is very quiet compared to standard stereo, but the TV is also lacking in drive and dynamics. While the new LG C1 OLED doesn't sport the Evo panel, and so won't be quite as bright as the LG G1 OLED, it will almost certainly still be brilliant and cost you significantly less. Best mid-tier OLED TV, Sony A8H. The Sony Bravia A8H OLED TV is one of the best 4K TV for 2021. The Sony Bravia A8H has a sleek yet boxy design that pairs a slim OLED panel with a center-seated compartment for the TV internal components. It supports most common resolutions, except for 1440 pixels. It has a low input lag, fast response time, and excellent viewing angles. There's an optional light sensor that will optimize brightness according to ambient light. Its OLED panel can turn off pixels individually to produce perfect blacks with an infinite contrast ratio. It has a near-instantaneous response time that makes fast-moving action in video games look crisp. It produces perfect black levels and has a wide color gamut that helps bring out highlights in HDR content. Unfortunately, it doesn't support variable refresh rate technology to reduce screen tearing. The set is compatible with Amazon Alexa and Apple HomeKit systems. If you want a practically perfect OLED TV with premium picture and sound, the Sony Bravia A8H is worth the cost. Best Blowout OLED TV, Sony A90J. The Sony A90J OLED is an amazing 4K TV from Sony's Master Series. With its thin bezels and metal accents, it looks sleek and premium and is sure to make an impression in any living room. The TV gets around 915 nits in vivid mode and around 790 in cinema mode. Sony claims for the new XR engine general improvements in contrast, color, motion, and upscaling of sub-4K sources. The A90J is capable of handling the Dolby Vision, HDR10 and HLG formats of HDR. Two of the HDMI ports, at least, are made to the latest high bandwidth HDMI 2.1 standard and support 4K in HDR at 120 Hz. The A90J's excellent black levels are superbly stable too, avoiding flickering instability that you get with some OLED sets. The Sony A90J runs on Google TV, which replaces Android TV. To conclude, A90J is Sony's flagship OLED TV for 2021, and it delivers excellent picture quality in a minimalistic design. Best OLED TV on a budget, LG BX series. LG BX OLED is the entry-level TV in LG 2020 OLED lineup. With its OLED panel, it can individually turn off pixels, resulting in an infinite contrast ratio and perfect black uniformity. The 55-inch LG BX delivers an impressive 4K picture with excellent HDR support. OLEDs deliver the best viewing angles of any TV technology. The plastic stand isn't as sturdy as the metal stand on the LG CX OLED. The screen has an aggressive automatic brightness limiter that dims the screen. It's an outstanding choice for any gamer as it has FreeSync VRR support, a near-instant response time, and low input lag that stays low when gaming in HDR. Sadly, like any OLED TV, it has the risk of permanent burn-in. The LG BX boasts built-in support for Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. In a nutshell, the LG BX is a brilliantly specified, competitively priced OLED TV that holds particular appeal to gamers. Best Home Theater OLED, LG GX TV. LG GX is a new TV in LG 2020 lineup with a unique gallery design. It's a very thin TV that comes with a wall mount instead of a stand. Picture quality is excellent, and like any OLED, it can individually dim pixels. Powered by WebOS, the TV has 4 HDMI 2.1 inputs capable of handling 4K at up to 120 Hz in 10-bit HDR. It upscales lower resolution content well, and it removes 24p jitter from any source. Also built into the TV is a new always listening microphone and virtual assistant. The LG Gallery series has support for Dolby Atmos and an eARC HDMI port that can be used to pass along the Atmos signal to a soundbar or receiver. The only thing that can really hurt the performance of this TV is its limited brightness and overly reflective glass screen. If you're after a smart TV that's both robust and easy to use, the Gallery series is it. Best Value OLED TV, Vizio H1. The Vizio OLED 55H1 is an OLED technology 4K set. Loaded with abundant smart features, it has a thin screen and metal bezel that all but disappears into the jet black display when the set is off. The stand is a surprisingly bulky 3-piece unit intended to cradle a soundbar. It displays an excellent color gamut for HDR content, but it doesn't get very bright in HDR. Vizio's H1 has a 120 Hz maximum refresh rate. Sadly, the screen has the risk of permanent burn-in, which is typical of OLEDs. It has a near-instant response time and low input lag. It upscales 1080 pixel content without any issues. The TV audio quality is solid and consistent, even at lower volumes. Vizio's SmartCast platform offers myriad options for accessing a wide range of content. Flaws in image quality are minor, and for this price, thoroughly forgivable. It's also a bit tricky to install. Finally, the Vizio H1 is an impressive first attempt at incorporating the high-end technology into its relatively affordable lineup.